So right now in Hungary, we don't have a publicly accessible ultimate beneficial ownership register. Any companies or legal entities have to record their ownership information, but it's banks and auditors who are tasked to do the due diligence, and they have to verify if the beneficial ownership information is correct. They have access to the beneficial ownership registry. They have to check whether the data is the same that the data they have. What we currently have problems about the verification process of this data. It starts with the supervisory authorities like the Hungarian National Bank and the Chamber of Auditors, for example, to check the protocols and guidelines, how the banks and auditors check this data. And we are not 100% sure that they do it in a very transparent and good manner. Another problem with the ultimate beneficial ownership registry in Hungary is that we have very, very big sanctions. Only 2 or 3 companies in Hungary have ever have gone to the public shaming website of the tax authority, where they collect data on companies and legal entities who don't have reliable company data on their beneficial ownerships. That is a very low number. We suspect that there are more entities in Hungary whose ownership data is not correct, and these sanctions are basically too weak to enforce real enforcement of the ultimate beneficial ownership registry. It cannot really fulfill the duty that it was tasked for, to provide a tool against money laundering and terrorist financing. But even if a beneficial ownership registry would work really good and it would provide all the data that we need, and NGOs and journalists would have access to that, there are methods of concealing assets against which an ultimate beneficial ownership registry won't mean a meaningful tool. There are other methods, such as, for example, option contracts or minimum ownership stakes that are below the reporting standards or are below 5% or 1%, and still having like preference dividend stakes. Even a very good beneficial ownership registry won't solve these problems, because these data on beneficial owners won't ever go into any registry. I think the problems in the whole EU are basically the same. And I would suggest NGOs and journalists everywhere in the EU to create pools of data, to cross-link data on any corporate registries, and share your knowledge and resources with each other, so that you can expose trans-border crimes and trans-border corruption and trans-border concealment of assets as well. And I would suggest you as well to advocate for better regulation. The implementation of the 6 AML is coming fast, and it's a good opportunity to every NGO to advocate for better regulation or the better transposition of these rules.